Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to our latest installment of your mentor here at More Success and Significance. My name is Tyler. Today we're going to cover the number one reason why people don't start their own businesses. As I talk to people throughout all our different channels and we get to know them and what they want to do, I found that there really is one reason why people don't get started. Well, if you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Tyler. I'm a mentor here at More Success and Significance. We have a passion for free enterprise and helping people utilize businesses to attain more success and significance in their life. We're deeply passionate about what free enterprise can do for people, and I'm excited to have you join in. Like I said, today we're going to cover from my conversations with the number one reason why people don't get started in their own businesses. If you're joining us for the first time, or maybe you are a viewer many times over from our lives or our content or posts, just drop a comment down below, say hi, maybe put in a nugget that you felt like impacted you or you connected with the most. We would love to hear from you, and we engage with people who comment all the time. So thanks for tuning in. Comment below. We'd love to hear from you. So let's dive in. So for those of you who don't know my background, my professional background is in corporate IT, information systems, business operations, and I did that for about 15 years. But I think you can relate to having some of the frustrations that come along with the pressures and responsibilities of a 9-to-5 job, right? I think we all come to grips with the fact that while we're working for somebody else or while we're adulting, we're never really fully in control of our life, right? We either have money restrictions, we have time restrictions, we are in control of other people, a boss, and the like. And so many people, including myself, we get frustrated with those. And it's in our recommendation, it's in our point of view that the best thing that a person can do is start to look outside their active income, what they do for a job, and start getting into multiple income streams like a business of their own that can start to give them more flexibility in terms of their time, their money, and then the people at which that they're held accountable to. And so we really help people in these conversations they go through. And as you can imagine, there's a fair amount of reasons and challenges for people who are starting their own business. It's not easy. I'm just gonna be transparent. It's not always without challenge, for sure. And there's a lot of different things that people have to overcome potentially to start their own business. One of the things that I hear most commonly is, Tyler, I don't have an idea. I don't have a concept of what business that we can start. And while I think that is legitimate, and we hear that commonly, there are a lot of different answers or solutions to that. I think franchises are a great place to look, or other existing business systems that you don't have to come up with an idea, right? You can really buy into, you can join in an existing idea, program, or movement and get the benefits of just like if it was your own business. But that's not the most common reason. The next reason that's very popular that I hear a lot is, I don't have the finances, I don't have the resources to start a business. And I think depending on the business that you want to start, that could absolutely be a barrier to entry. The thing that I just mentioned before, franchises are a great business model to be a part of. They're a great business system to be a part of, but they actually can be pretty expensive. And so if you are low on finances, I would actually encourage you and push you to more online channels, digital products, informational products. Maybe you can be an affiliate of some kind that really don't cost a lot of money to get started. And so I think there's a solution there. So, lack of capital, lack of finances is a popular reason for not getting started with business, but it's not the most popular. One of the other examples that I get for why people don't get started is they have the false perceptions of the role of a business owner. And sometimes I would point to this, is that most people who start a business really become self-employed. They don't have any more employees, or they don't have any systems or technology in place that are duplicating their efforts. And so when they think about starting a business, they actually think about things around, owning a job or owning a 9-to-5. And actually it can be the skills and the role and the mindset necessary to have a business that operates while you're not there, that operates while you're sleeping, or operates in your absence, is a lot different than necessarily being self-employed. And so I think there are times where that misconception, right, of what you're potentially doing, what you're potentially starting, can stop people from starting their own business. One of the other reasons that I hear is that, well, Tyler, I'd love to start a business, but I need a steady paycheck. I need to still have a job. I need to still participate in my 9 to 5 active income. And again, depending on the type of business that you're looking to start, I would actually say that's great. Absolutely. We need to continue to have that active income for a lot of different things. One of the things maybe to invest in your business so that you have some funds, you have some resources that you can put into your business. And so there may be different business opportunities out there that you could operate while you are still earning a paycheck. There's many ways to do it. And I've seen people do it in a lot of different ways. There are people who've kept their active income, their 9 to 5 job that they have, and they've worked on their business nights and on weekends. That was kind of my story. That's how I did it. I've seen people do the opposite, which is they said, my job that I have right now really isn't conducive to building the business, so I am going to leave that job, but I'm going to pick up maybe a job that is on nights or on the weekends or in the off hours of my business to still help me facilitate some income that comes in. And if that's your story, then I think there are definitely business opportunities out there who are more flexible with the business hours. They're more flexible with your presence. Do you have to be present? You could really work around an existing job or existing active income. But actually, the number one reason why people don't start a business that I talk to, beneath all of those layers, and I've heard and spoke with a lot of people who have wanted to do this, and then what keeps them back. And by far, the number one reason is the fear of failure. Because in business, there is no guarantee. And I will admit that. I will admit to you, I've also felt the pressures of thinking that I'm going to fail or not having clarity in terms of whether or not I will be successful. And so you have this fear of failure. You have this doubt. You have this pull on you that says, well, I don't really know and understand fully what my outcomes will be. This is not 2 weeks in a paycheck, right? This is creating something. This is creating value. This is creating, adding value to others, either through a product, good, or service. And there is no guarantee that those products, goods, and services will benefit people, will then make income, will turn that back to you. And so there becomes this fear and this doubt that I think most people look at and say, well, I can't see for sure success. I don't have the fallback plan, the net of a steady income coming in every 2 weeks where I know I'll get paid. And it starts to really hold people back. And I'm here to tell you that, did a post about this a couple of days, is that you don't have to have perfect confidence in your solution, which in this case is starting a business, in our opinion, for you to move forward. I don't think I've spoken to a single entrepreneur, a single business owner who would say, I had 100% confidence in the outcomes that I was seeking. And this is what I love about business ownership, entrepreneurship, is it does demand the beginning of personal development, mindset development, so that we can become stronger and we can start to handle the challenges. Right? Just because there's lack of confidence or clarity does not mean that you will not be successful. Does not mean that it's not a good idea. And I think it's wrestling with this gap in terms of perfect confidence, perfect clarity that tends to hold people back from actually chasing their desire. Because their desire is for something different than they have today, which is they're being controlled, their time is being controlled, there's a cap on their income, they're being controlled by different people in their life about how much they can do with their time, how much money they can earn, and they feel like they're not in control of those things. And in our opinion, the perfect answer to that is to start a business and having separate income streams for yourself. But in trading for that desire, there is going to come a time where you're going to probably have to wrestle with the fact, do I fear this perception of failure? Do I fear this doubt that I have? Do I fear this lack of clarity that I have now that I'm getting into an enterprise of my own? And so I just want to encourage you, if you are are in that boat, if you are at that point in time, that's normal. It's perfectly normal. And we help people with these conversations almost every day, for sure every week, as we talk with them about what could be in their future if they're able to take advantage of some of the opportunities that come their way. In fact, if this is something that you're wrestling with right now, we actually have a Facebook group community where we talk about and train on business principles, business mindset, how to be successful. And we're creating community of these people where we encourage each other, we stretch each other, and we're there to give each other support. Because it is a known fact, I think, that the number one reason people don't get started in a business of their own is because they fear failure. They have doubt about what's in it for their future. And so if that's you, I'd invite you to check out some of the links in our profile. You can find those links. Join our Facebook group community. We actually do trainings every Thursday, and it's an engaging community about people who want something better out of their life through the use of business systems, of free enterprise. All right, like I said before, if you guys are getting value from this, I just really encourage you to like, comment, and share. That's the biggest way you can help support us in the effort that we're doing. I really hope this was helpful. If you found value in nuggets, definitely comment what you like most about this below. Really hope that you get value from this. So until next time, everybody, till next Friday, wishing you all nothing but more success and significance in your life. Cheers.